Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 5. She believed we could all shape ourselves into the version of us we dreamed of. Body, soul, everything. These words from a close friend capture the spirit of Barbara Jankavski. At just 31, Barbara's life was a bold, unapologetic pursuit of transformation. Known to over 400,000 followers as the human Barbie and Boneca Desumana, she redefined what it meant to take control of one's image. Her striking look wasn't just about aesthetics, it was a message of choice, courage, and self-definition. Barbara underwent more than 24 plastic surgeries to match her vision of beauty. But what set her apart was not just her appearance, it was her voice. She spoke openly about her journey, sharing fears, triumphs, and lessons with incredible honesty. Her content pushed boundaries and sparked global conversations around beauty, autonomy, and identity. Born in Brazil, she rose from anonymity to become a celebrated influencer. Her distinct style and sharp insight earned her spots on popular TV shows and campaigns across the country. Yet she remained deeply connected to her followers, constantly engaging them with humor, transparency, and kindness. Barbara passed away in São Paulo after ingesting a mysterious substance during a private encounter. The circumstances remain under investigation. She was 31. Her loss sent shockwaves through the beauty and influencer communities. Fans mourned not only a unique personality but a woman who stood up for her right to become who she wanted to be. "She was so brave," one follower wrote. "She let us see her, all of her, and made us feel okay to want something different." Barbara leaves behind a family who supported her through her vivid and complicated path. She also leaves behind a ripple effect, social change, courage, and conversation. She will be remembered not for fitting in, but for standing out loud and proud. Tributes to Barbara Jankavski. Number 4. When Rob played, you didn't just hear it. You felt it in your bones. That memory, shared by a longtime bandmate, captures the soul of Robert Taylor. His guitar didn't just create sound, it told stories across generations, pulsing with rhythm, depth, and heart. Robert Taylor, the New Zealand-born guitarist who helped shape the legendary sound of Dragon, passed away peacefully at the age of 74. His death followed a brief illness, surrounded by loved ones. His passing leaves a space that music alone can't fill. Growing up in Waipukurau, Robert blended his Maori musical heritage with blues and rock influences, creating a sound all his own. After a brief time at university, he chose passion over academia and joined the pioneering band Mammal. But it was in 1974, when he stepped into Dragon, that his destiny truly took flight. With his funk-infused guitar lines, Robert gave Dragon a fresh, bold edge. He helped drive the band from local success to international recognition. Songs like This Time, Get That Jive, and the beloved April Sun in Cuba became more than hits. They were soundtracks to an era. His artistry powered Dragon through their golden years, and again in the triumphant comeback of the 80s. Robert gave more than great solos. He gave music honesty. He stayed true to his style and mentored young musicians with compassion and patience. Through trials, including a serious car accident and the band's early breakup, he remained unwavering in his passion. When Dragon returned, so did Robert, contributing to the charting single Rain and the gold-certified Body and the Beat. Over 50 years, Robert built not just a career but a legacy. Recognized by both the ARIA and New Zealand Music Halls of Fame, his work remains a cornerstone of Australasian rock. Dragon remembers him as the architect of their signature sound. One member recalled, "His guitar had this raunchy, soulful bite. We wouldn't have been Dragon without it." Robert is survived by family, friends, and a music community forever changed by his presence. His spirit lives on in every riff, every rhythm, and every fan singing along to those unforgettable tunes. Tributes to Robert Taylor. Number 3. He instilled in us the importance of discipline and passion for the game. Those words from Keith Browner Jr. reflect the heart of a man whose life shaped not only his own family, but a generation of athletes. Keith Browner Sr. passed away peacefully at the age of 63. A quiet battle with health complications brought his journey to an end, but not his legacy. He first stepped into the national spotlight as a dominant force at USC. At a time when college football was packed with talent, Keith stood out for his strength, speed, and commanding presence. He was more than a defender. He was a leader on and off the field. Drafted 30th overall in 1984, he brought his talents to the NFL with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Over 5 seasons, he wore the jerseys of the 49ers, the Raiders, and the Chargers. Known for his versatility and relentless work ethic, Keith was a dependable force in every locker room he entered, but his greatest impact came beyond the gridiron. Keith was a mentor, a devoted father, and a steady guide for young players learning the game. Those who played with him often speak of the quiet confidence he brought to every practice, and the encouragement he gave freely to others. His 5 children were his pride and joy. He passed down the values of effort, focus, and humility. His son, Keith Jr., followed in his footsteps, playing college football at Cal and advancing to the NFL, proof that the wisdom and drive first seen in Keith Sr. live on. Those who knew him best describe him as a man who lifted others. A former teammate once shared, "You always played better when Keith was next to you." He cared more about the team than the spotlight. Tributes have poured in across the country. Fans and friends remember him not just as an athlete, but as a role model whose love for football was only matched by his love for people. Keith Browner Sr.'s legacy is the kind that can't be measured in stats or trophies. It's in the lives he elevated, the standards he set, and the family he nurtured. Tributes to Keith Browner Sr. Number 2, to understand racing, you need more than speed. You need soul. These words, often spoken by Andrea de Adamich, captured the heart of a man who lived every moment with passion, precision, and purpose. Andrea passed away at age 84, leaving behind a rich legacy in motorsport and Italian media. He died peacefully, following health challenges late in life. Born in Trieste and shaped by a family of deep cultural roots, Andrea carved a unique path in racing history. He lit up the international stage in 1966 by winning the European Touring Car Championship with Alfa Romeo. That victory opened doors to Formula One, where he competed with historic teams like Ferrari, McLaren, and Brabham. Though a podium finish in F1 eluded him, Andrea delivered standout performances, notably placing 4th in Spain and Belgium. His career was marked not just by racing skill, but raw courage. After a serious crash threatened to end it all, Andrea returned to the wheel, earning renewed respect from fans and fellow drivers. One of the few drivers to race with glasses, Andrea's determination never wavered. He was known not only for his quick reflexes but also for his thoughtful approach to driving. His deep understanding of cars and racing strategy made him a trusted voice in the paddock. Following his retirement from racing, Andrea found his second home in broadcasting. For over 3 decades, he hosted the popular TV program Grand Prix, becoming a beloved figure in Italian motorsport journalism. Clear, insightful, and always passionate, he brought the thrill of racing into homes across the country. A colleague once said, "Andrea didn't just talk about racing. He made you feel it." That blend of knowledge and heart set him apart. He was serving as vice president of N Technology in his final years, continuing to support Alfa Romeo's efforts on and off the track. Andrea de Adamich leaves behind a powerful legacy, not just in the history books, but in the memories of those he inspired. Friends, fans, and professionals alike remember him as a true gentleman of motorsport. Tributes to Andrea de Adamich. What's trending on the internet? News 1. It's a somber day as we honor the lives lost in a devastating nursing home fire in Bosnia, where at least 11 residents, many of them bedridden, tragically passed away. The fire broke out late Tuesday evening on the 8th floor of a care home, touching families and communities both near and far. These residents, ranging in age from 55 to 85, were cared for by staff who rushed to help as soon as the alarm sounded. Emergency crews responded swiftly, but the flames and thick smoke made evacuation a heartbreaking challenge. Over 30 others were injured, but thanks to the heroic efforts of first responders and staff, many survivors received immediate care and support. Events like this remind us of the importance of compassion, community, and ensuring the safety of our most vulnerable. Though their loss leaves an ache in many hearts, we remember these individuals for the lives they touched, the stories they shared, and the kindness they inspired. Let's take a moment today to celebrate the caregivers, honor the residents, and keep their memory alive in our thoughts. Their legacy remains a gentle call to keep loved ones safe and celebrated with every new day. News 2. Rock fans everywhere are sending heartfelt support this week to Paul Rodgers, the legendary 74-year-old voice behind Bad Company and Free, following news that he'll be unable to attend his band's long-awaited Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction in Los Angeles. Rodgers, who has bravely overcome health challenges like multiple strokes in recent years, shared that the stress of such a major event would simply be too much right now, and instead, he's choosing to focus on his health and time with family. As Bad Company steps onto music's biggest stage this November 8th, longtime drummer Simon Kirka and a group of all-star musicians will deliver the band's iconic songs, ensuring fans still get a memorable celebration. It's a bittersweet moment for those looking forward to a reunion, but Rodgers' decision has been met with an outpouring of love from fans who respect his choice and continue to cherish his unforgettable voice. From timeless classics like Can't Get Enough and Feel Like Makin' Love to decades of stadium-shaking performances, Paul Rodgers' influence on rock will shine as brightly as ever, whether or not he's on stage. Tonight, let's honor the legacy of a true supergroup and wish Paul continued strength. His music won't just echo through the Hall of Fame, it'll live on in the hearts of millions. News 3. Imagine waking up to the gentle sound of rain, only for the world outside your window to be transformed overnight. In Cebu, Philippines, thousands of families faced just that, as Typhoon Kalmaegi, known locally as Typhoon Tino, brought the heaviest flash floods in decades. The storm's fierce winds and relentless downpours tragically claimed over 90 lives, with most of the devastation centered in Cebu's close-knit towns. Local leaders like Mayor Nestor Archival described neighborhoods submerged and homes battered, with entire communities banding together in makeshift shelters. Though the heartbreak is real, what stands out most is the bravery and resilience shown by everyday people, neighbors helping neighbors, and volunteers working tirelessly through the night to guide families to safety. As the sun now rises over Cebu, the spirit of unity remains undimmed. While the floods have receded, the acts of compassion and strength woven through these challenging days will be remembered for years to come, reminding us how hope shines brightest when folks come together. News 4. Here's something truly touching from the heart of Hollywood. Actress Reese Witherspoon, beloved for her warmth both on and off screen, has just shared a deeply personal tribute to the legendary Diane Ladd. Reese spoke tenderly about how much she misses Diane, reflecting on the special connection they built over the years. Diane Ladd at 89 remains a cherished figure whose wisdom and support have inspired so many in the film community and beyond. It's moments like these that remind us how important it is to honor those who shape our lives and uplift our spirits. Reese's tribute is a beautiful reminder to celebrate the people who leave a legacy of kindness, creativity, and love. And as we hold these memories close, we're reminded just how powerful a lasting friendship can be. News 5. As the sun set over Louisville, Kentucky on November 4th, a dedicated UPS Airlines crew prepared for a routine flight aboard a McDonnell Douglas MD-11 cargo plane, its destination Honolulu, and its cargo the heartbeat of holiday commerce. Just moments after takeoff, tragedy struck, as the aircraft's left engine caught fire, propelling the plane into a sharp descent that ended at the UPS supply chain warehouse, causing devastation across nearby businesses and the surrounding community. Among those lost were 3 UPS crew members, whose service ensured that essential deliveries reached families nationwide, especially in the busy holiday season. Their legacy is one of commitment, professionalism, and quiet heroism, qualities deeply admired by friends and colleagues. At least 9 individuals lost their lives, with several others injured, and the city quickly coming together to support affected families. First responders, more than 100 strong, bravely faced smoke, flames, and uncertainty in the aftermath, showing the best of Louisville's spirit. Leaders from across Kentucky and beyond offered heartfelt condolences, and the Big 4 bridge glowed yellow in a moving show of solidarity and remembrance, a powerful gesture that will stick in the hearts of many. The city's prompt action, from establishing a reunification center to school closures, reflected a community bonded not just by sorrow, but by compassion. As investigators worked tirelessly to understand what happened, the people of Louisville, and all of us touched by this loss, will remember how a dedicated crew brought care and progress to their daily mission. Their service will be honored far beyond the runways, inspiring us to offer kindness and support wherever it's needed, because in moments of challenge, it's unity and compassion that truly help our communities heal. News 6. What a week it's been across the country, and today we're remembering the life of Angela Tremonte, a 29-year-old woman from Arizona whose story has touched so many hearts. Angela was last seen leaving work on Halloween, and after an extensive search, she was found in her SUV. While this news has saddened the community, friends and family are choosing to celebrate Angela's vibrant spirit and kindness. Angela was known for her caring nature and her ability to light up any room she entered. Neighbors have come together to support each other, sharing memories and recalling how she always brought a smile to those around her. While it's always difficult when we lose someone dear, Angela's legacy of compassion and love continues to inspire her hometown and beyond. Today, we honor Angela by remembering to look out for one another and celebrate the small acts of kindness that make a big difference. Let's keep her joyful spirit alive in our hearts, cherishing every moment we have together. News 7. If you spent any part of the early 2000s tuned into the news, the name Dick Cheney will sound familiar. Today we remember the former vice president, who passed away at the age of 84, surrounded by his loving family. Dick Cheney served as vice president under President George W. Bush, guiding the nation through some of its most challenging moments, including the days after 9/11. Throughout his decades of public service, he also held roles as Secretary of Defense, Wyoming Congressman, and White House Chief of Staff, always with his wife Lynn by his side and his daughters, Liz and Mary, close to his heart. Those who knew him recall his deep devotion to his country and family, and his doctor of many years described him as gracious, wise, and grateful. Dick Cheney's decisions and leadership shaped the course of American history, leading with conviction through triumph and adversity alike. Today, as friends, colleagues, and loved ones reflect on his remarkable life, the nation remembers Dick Cheney not only for his impact on politics, but also for his enduring commitment to public service. His legacy will live on in the history books and in the hearts of those who admired his dedication. As we look back, may we remember the strength and resolve with which Dick Cheney served and the ways his life has shaped our country's story. Number 1. His calm confidence inspired courage. His relentless efforts set the pace. And whenever his team needed him, Saber Kazemi rose higher, on and off the court. At just 26, Saber passed away following a tragic brain injury, a heartbreaking end to a life filled with triumph, purpose, and promise. Originally from Akala in Iran's Golistan province, Saber's journey began in a close-knit volleyball community. He worked his way from hometown courts to the world stage, fueled by discipline, faith, and love for the sport. From his breakout in 2018 against Italy to his unforgettable MVP performances in 2021, Saber's impact was undeniable. He earned gold at the Asian Games, lifted the Asian Championship trophy, and led club teams like Al Rayyan and Foulad Sirjan to victory. Each spike, each block, carried the weight of a country's hopes, and often, he delivered. Yet his success went far beyond medals. Saber stood out for his humility and strength, even through injury. A serious ankle setback in 2019 only made him stronger. He didn't just play for himself. He mentored young players, supported teammates, and carried the pride of Iranian Turkmens with grace. In his short but brilliant career, Saber shaped Iranian volleyball for a new generation. He was more than a star on the court. He was a symbol of perseverance, unity, and quiet leadership. He passed away after being found unresponsive near his residence pool in Doha. Official statements mentioned possible electric shock or medical emergency. Despite medical efforts and the hopes of fans worldwide, Saber was declared brain-dead days later in Tehran. The volleyball community mourns deeply. The Iranian Volleyball Federation called him a lasting symbol of talent and sportsmanship. Across the region, players, coaches, and families are remembering Saber not only for his achievements but for his heart. He is survived by loved ones, teammates who saw him as family, and fans who'll never forget his energy, determination, and smile. Saber Kazemi is no longer with us, but his story remains alive, in photos, memories, and every young athlete chasing dreams he helped make possible. Tributes to Saber Kazemi. It's not so much what you do in life, it's the love you put into it that makes a difference. These words, spoken by Diane Ladd, capture the spirit she brought to every facet of her life, on screen and off.